What's up, guys? Today I am doing a little fabric cutting. I am right now cutting out, well, first of all, here's like my rack of fabric that I do stuff from. And I am cutting out some sheets of fabric. Whoops, okay, I dropped a bunch of stuff. I'm cutting out a bunch of sheets of fabric. These are going to be future subscribe pillows and like pillows and then follow pillows. So they all start out as just a sheet, and then the embroidery machine will take it and it will like embroider the word subscribe and the like and then the follow. So all of that is just thread. It's tightly embroidered down. Makes it really neat. And same thing here. So it's cool because you get a lot of detail and everything like that. So that's what I'm doing now. Just cutting out this fabric, and so I just take this fabric, lay it out flat, and well, since I already have this one done, I'll just use this one as a guide. And they just need it to be, the embroidery people that I work with just need it to be a little bit bigger, because embroidery, the machines always have this thing called a hoop, which is like a metal frame they put around the fabric. So they put that in, and then it kind of keeps it in there like a frame, like a picture frame. So you need to have excess fabric along the sides for that to work. So I would just do this, lay it out, and I just cut down like this with this is the rotary cutter, and then that should be enough fabric for me to get, well, two pillows, since or at least two pillow tops. So that's that. And then another thing I like to do is check, before I actually cut the very first one, I have these templates. So these are called patterns, and this is what I use for the subscribe pillow. But it's the same size as the like and the follow, so I use it pretty much for everything. The reason it has that is for the back where the tag would go. And so this is what I do. Whenever I get back the sheets, they look like this, but they have the embroidery on it. And what I do is just kind of line it up and figure out where it's going to go, and then I cut around it. And then that's the whole pillow. So these are kind of the easier ones to do. They're a lot easier than some of these other ones, like the ones on the wall over here, because I cut out every one of those little shapes. So that is what I'm doing right now. So in other news, I've been on this kind of spree of collecting old Mac computers. I got like the original iMac because I want to do something with it for a future photo shoot. And then it got me looking at all the other iMacs. One of my favorite iMacs was the G4 iMac. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was the one that had like the dome at the bottom, and then it had the chrome swivel neck where you can move it anyway. I always wanted that one for like forever. And I was talking to a friend of mine because I found one on Craigslist, and I was like, is there anything I could do with this, or is it going to be just kind of useless? He pretty much said it would be useless. So lo and behold, I did get the G4 iMac, and he was totally right. You can't really do anything with these now. Most websites nowadays say that it needs to have at least an Intel Mac running Snow Leopard, or not Snow Leopard, Leopard. So you can't really do much with it, but it's such a shame because it's so cool, and it, like, I don't know, I love the design, and I know a lot of people are with me on that. So I was looking it up. I was like, can you mod these things? Because it seems like there's a lot of space right here that you should be able to put in a Mac Mini. There's like tons of space, right? And so I looked it up, and according to some mod, like people that have modded it, you can put in a Mac Mini. But it involves, having to open it up and having to put in a different screen because the connectors down here aren't going to connect to anything. So I'm like, screw it, I'm going to do that. So I don't know when, but I'm going to buy an Intel Mac Mini and get a new flat panel and just do a mod on this thing. I think I have an idea of how to make it work. Like I said, there's a pretty good amount of space down here to be able to add more like stuff to the enclosure. like a power strip and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna do like a crazy way, because I've looked online and some people would do it like insane freaking electrical hacks and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but I think I have a way that would work. I think the only thing that would be a little bit sketchy is getting the panel out and getting the wiring to go down this neck. That would be probably the hardest thing. So hopefully I can do a cool hack and I'll have this old design but new guts and a new keyboard, because this one sucks. But yeah, that's the iMac. So among other things, I like to tinker around with you know, stuff.